Countries along the Western Balkan migration route have agreed to increase capacities by 100,000 more places in reception centers from Greece to Germany. European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker said after Sunday evening's meeting of Balkan leaders in Brussels. Greece has agreed to increase reception capacity by 30,000 places by the end of the year, with the UNHCR to help provide at least 20,000 more places in that country. The remaining 50,000 places are to be provided by the other countries along the route, but Juncker did not say how they would be distributed. The countries have agreed to a 17-point plan to manage the flow of refugees.
The only way to restore order to the situation is to slow down the uncontrolled flows of people. The policy of waving through people to neighboring countries has to stop. I want to be clear. People must be registered. No registration, no rights. Leaders meeting today all committed, first of all, to sharing information about flows, and second of all, to refrain from taking unilateral decisions whose effects are inevitably borne by others.
German Chancellor Angela Merkel said that the plan was a good first step toward getting a better grip on managing the situation and distributing the burden of the crisis among the affected countries. It was also agreed in Brussels that the EU will send members of Frontex, the EU's external border agency, to help control the frontier between Croatia and Serbia and the border between Macedonia and Greece. On the Serbian side of the border in Šid, Frontex will help oversee border checkpoints, help detect illegal crossings, and assist with registering migrants. Following last night's meeting, Prime Minister Zoran Milanovic said that trains and buses transporting migrants to Slovenia would continue to operate until the wave of migrants shows signs of waning in Greece. Migrants continued to arrive across the border from Serbia overnight, and Croatian authorities transported them in groups by train and bus to the Slovenian border, as they have been doing for weeks. Since the migrant route diverted to Croatia in mid-September, nearly 256,000 people have entered the country, according to the Interior Ministry. The majority of Slovenians are opposed to erecting a fence along the country's border with Croatia to stem the influx of migrants, according to an opinion poll published by the Ljubljana Delo. Only 1 in 5 respondents approved of the idea of placing a barrier along the 670-kilometer-long border. However, most of those polled also believe the EU should provide more assistance to Slovenia and favor deploying more soldiers and police to help manage the crisis. A panel of judges at the Zagreb County Court is considering today a third bail offer from former Prime Minister Ivo Sanader. The judges rejected 3 out of 6 properties offered as guarantees by Sanader's defense last week. In the meantime, his lawyers have submitted additional documents demanded by the court. A decision is expected this afternoon. Croatia's Marin Cilic successfully defended his Kremlin Cup title in Moscow on Sunday, defeating Roberto Bautista of Spain by a score of 6-4, 6-4. The win has pushed the Croatian into 11th place in the ATP singles rankings. This afternoon's forecast calls for mostly sunny weather with some moderate cloud cover and fog in places inland. It will be hazy along some parts of the Adriatic coast, and winds will be mostly light. There will be a moderate northeasterly wind in the Velebit Channel and a southeasterly on the open seas of the northern coast. A southwesterly wind is expected on the southern coast. The day's highs will be between 19 and 23 degrees Celsius on the coast and in the Dalmatian and Istrian interiors, and between 13 and 18 degrees in the northern regions. Slightly cooler in areas affected by lingering fog. There will be stable weather again on Tuesday, although inland lingering fog and low clouds will be more frequent. There could be rain from midweek on, firstly in the Istrian interior and Gorski Kotar, then in Lika and Dalmatia, and then in parts of central Croatia. On the coast, it will be cloudier and more unstable on Wednesday and Thursday along the central and especially the northern Adriatic coast, where as much as 20 liters of rain per square meter could fall. After Tuesday's light winds, on Wednesday a southeasterly will strengthen, which will reach its peak in most coastal regions on Thursday.